Hi everyone, welcome to the channel and my name is Manish Tiwari. So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about the DevOps journey, my DevOps journey. And I will go from beginning up to the end. So please watch out this particular video till the end so that you can understand, you can feel yourself confident whether you can do the same thing or not, or how should I proceed, how should you proceed in your career. This is what we are going to talk about. So I will just explain my journey and you can correlate and accordingly you can plan for yourself too. So let's understand the things from like how a beginner start and how the things goes one by one, and then you build up your skill, then you start appearing for the interview, then you make a transition from one part to another part, and then you keep enhancing yourself, correct? So I will start with that one line that I had not idea about the DevOps when I started, or the moment when you come out of the college, or the moment when you are into another domain, you do not know much about the DevOps thing. So you just hear somewhere that there is a DevOps domain. You hear mostly about the development part. You hear mostly about the another domain, the support and other stuff. If you are just coming out of the college, then you will have no idea where you are going. If you are joining a kind of organization where there are multiple projects, there are like it's a kind of MNC, you will be directly put in some project, and in that project you will have to start your work. This is how it starts, correct? So at that scenario, you do not know anything. You do not know DevOps. What you know, mostly you will be hearing about the development during your college time, that you should go with the Python, you should go with the Java, you should go with the Node and other things. You should be with a full stack developer, correct? These kind of things you will be hearing mostly. But there are multiple domains as well. So for beginner, if you are watching, you might not be knowing the DevOps, but DevOps is also a highly demanded domain right now. So you can prepare for that. And for the professionals who already know the DevOps, so when you start and when you are into another domain, so it's a kind of question for you that is there any scope for the DevOps or not? Correct. So there is a scope for the DevOps. So the moment when I started, even I do not had idea about the DevOps. Correct. So I just heard about that. I started my career with that particular DevOps project, and I started working on all these tools and technology. What I recommend, like your AWS Cloud, your Kubernetes, your Terraform, your Jenkins part, then going forward GitHub Actions, then APM tool. I started with the Dynatrace, then we moved towards the Elk, then we moved towards the Grafana, then the Prometheus, the other data sources of the Prometheus, like Loki, Tempo, and all these things. Correct. Going forward, we also like started with the Argo CD and other DevOps tools as well, bash scripting and the Python scripting too. So the moment you start doing work, you start understanding the things, you start breaking the system, and you will be doing the troubleshooting. So this is how you start learning. This is how you start understanding the concept, and you start fixing the solutions as well. Correct. So you have to start from there, and then like how can you start? How can you learn about the this particular DevOps skill set? For that, you will have to go from the basic. As I mentioned, that I started with the DevOps project itself. So when it comes that you are starting as a DevOps engineer, so what are the things you should be learning? You should you learn about the Linux concept. You should learn about the Git concept, like how can you write down code on your local system, how can you push it to the repository, how can you deploy it utilizing Jenkins or GitHub Action, how can you build the infrastructure. So you should know the complete workflow from very first beginning and up to the end, how a local code which has been developed on your Visual Studio Code that can be deployed over cluster system, correct? So you have to understand each and everything. So this is how I started, this is how you can start, correct? And you can like prepare yourself, and you can go for the DevOps experience. So this is how I started, and this is how you can start, and you can do your learning. Correct. So you can learn all these skill set what I mentioned, and then the turning point you can see, or the moment when you like think about that you have already learned all these things. You already know the concepts. Correct. You know the how cloud works. You know how Kubernetes work. You know how CI/CD works. You know how can you provision infrastructure over the cloud. You know how monitoring system works. How can you integrate monitoring system with your application. The moment you start knowing the things, and the moment when I started, or when I thought of that I know the things, then I started appearing for the interview, like switching from one organization to another organization. And the moment you start appearing for the interview, you encounter a lot of questions, correct? So what you have been working, what you learned through your journey, and now what you are going to explain during the interview. So the kind of confidence you should have be having, the kind of personality you should be having during the interview, that everything matter. So just learn those things. If you are the kind of beginner, or if you are the one who is already in the DevOps and you are just trying to transition, or if you are the one who has the experience but it's into different domain and now you are planning to get into the DevOps. So you just learn about those things, start appearing for the interview, and prepare yourself according to the question, scenario based question, troubleshooting question, and all these things. So I started in the same way, then I transitioned from one organization to another organization, and this is the kind of journey which goes on. So this is how even you can do. You will block the system, you will fix the system, you will learn, you will experience the things. And why this is important? Because this is the thing what you are going to explain during the interview. Interview is nothing much rather than like explaining your real experience, what kind of concepts you know, what kind of learning you have done, what kind of troubleshooting have you done, what kind of challenges you have faced, correct? So this is what you have to explain during the interview, correct? Then what is the kind of challenges you will be facing? You will face the challenges writing your YML file, and this is what everyone faces. Like when you start working with the system, you will face the challenges with the writing your manifest.yml files, writing the pod.yml file, writing deployment.yml file, creating infrastructure utilizing multiple modules. Like just suppose that you have developed 20 number of modules for the different resource provisioning, like VPC, EC2, your RDS, S3, IAM, and Cognito, correct? So these are the kind of Terraform modules you have developed, and then you have to create the complete infrastructure. So there also you will get the issues, correct? Then how the system can be automated, how system can work in parallel without any kind of disruption, what kind of best practices you can implement. So these are the kind of challenges and the kind of mindset or the best practices you will learn when you will start working as a DevOps engineer, correct? So on these things also you need to focus when you are targeting to get into the DevOps domain. Either you are a fresher or you are experienced. These are the kind of mindset you will have to develop. The moment when you have developed these things, when you have gone through these things, when you have already built your confidence to crack the interview, then you can start appearing for the interview and you will be able to land the job. So I started my career, and now it's your turn to start the career. So if you are starting your DevOps journey, just begin. Don't wait to feel ready. Break the system, fix the system, learn the things. If you do not have any opportunity to work in the DevOps thing, just try to do hands-on demo based on any free resources, or if you are going through any training institute or something, just try to do those hands-on demo from your end, so that you can break the things, you can fix the things, and then you will be able to explain your experience during the interview. And if you are not able to grab the things, if you are not able to get the things from free resources, or from the institute where you are doing the training, or from, like, if you are doing self learning and you are not able to clear the interview, we provide DevOps interview preparation bootcamp, which is 5-day crash course. And in this crash course, you can learn each and everything which is required for your interview preparation. So what we provide scenario based question, troubleshooting question, generic question, day-to-day activity, project explanation, your troubleshooting question, and all the kind of questions based on the concept, based on your scenario, from AWS cloud, from Kubernetes, from CI/CD, from Terraform, from your DevSecOps, from GitHubs, from Linux, GitHub Actions. So all kind of scenario based question, concept based question, demo on all these skill set we provide, and it will completely help you to clear your interview. And we have already helped more than 2000 people through our sessions. So now it's your turn. If you are the one who is facing challenges, you can do inquiry, you can enroll, or you can just avail the recorded session as well, because you might be the one who is working professional and you do not have much time to join the live session. So you can avail the recorded session as well. We have helped people with the recorded session too. So now you can do inquiry, you can join the session, you can avail the recorded session, and you start your DevOps journey. Don't wait, don't plan, don't think. Thank you.